Is Obama ignoring the Constitution? During today's House Judiciary Committee hearing, Republican lawmakers accusing President Obama of pushing executive power beyond all limits. Committee member Representative Ron DeSantis joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So you're both a member of the committee and you were a witness today. Tell me, how do you measure or define the president's authority under the Constitution, and has the president exceeded it?
Well, what he has a duty to do is faithfully execute the law, and we know what that doesn't mean is that he can legislate. So if there's a law that's on the books, and you were involved with law enforcement, so you know prosecutors do have discretion about how you enforce the law. But what you can't do is decide you're just not going to enforce the law under any circumstances, because that essentially changes the meaning of the law. And we see that with Obamacare, we've seen it with immigration, so on and so forth. So many of the members of my conference in the House believe he's gone beyond that, and so we're looking for ways that we can try to rein that in.
All right, so a prosecutor would have some discretion whether to enforce a particular law on a particular person. How is that different from, or how is it different if the president decides to give a temporary waiver to some provision in Obamacare, a temporary waiver? How does that any different from a discretion that a prosecutor would have under a statute?
Well, the waivers are different in the sense that they're essentially giving a benefit to somebody, and in a lot of these instances, the law doesn't specifically allow that. So Congress could allow the president to do waivers, but that's not really what the law has said. And so they've kind of taken this idea of prosecutorial discretion. They're applying it in Obamacare, and obviously we had members testify. We also had some law professors testify, including a liberal law professor, Jonathan Turley, who said that this is beyond what that concept really means.
So what are you going to do? I mean, it's like, it's an interesting discussion, but are you going to do anything? Can you do anything?
Well, clearly, Congress can check the president, but you need determined majorities in both houses. Right now, I think in the House we have a majority. I don't think that there's a majority of senators who believe that they want to rein this in, partially because these strategic delays and suspensions of Obamacare are designed to benefit these senators who are running for re-election, because if you enforce the employer mandate, for example, that would cause people to lose hours, businesses wouldn't expand as much, and the political effect would be negative for the president and his party. So that's part of the problem with this. It's very cynical what he's doing. He knows Obamacare will cause problems, so he's trying to get through this election with the minimum amount of pain, and then eventually they'll go ahead and enforce it.
Congressman, nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us.